EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the New York Giants. Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Ready? 18, Gator. Four.
What about the boys?
Ready?
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. An excellent pickup at 34 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open it up to even more big plays.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Forced out to his left. And that's Elliott, complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt?
Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to pull loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On the run, it's Barkley. And some room to maneuver. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Ready, ready. 70, Indy.
Here's Jones on first down. Jones hit and the ball's out. That's picked up by the Cowboys. 20, 10, 5. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Barkley on first down, running into a wall as he's stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle. Throwing on 2nd down, Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Orbit, 61, matchbox, light. Ready?
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the draw, this is Barkley. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. He wants it all for the end zone. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, 38 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 27, Prescott. That one complete. Elliott. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Hey, we are under. 4 down. Under crunch. Shift. Watch the 26.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Hey, kill. 27.
A first down throw for Prescott. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Prescott. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Prescott now. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
18 Gator. Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Jones off the bootleg. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Got a man, Slayton. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, stand up.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown here in this first half. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dayon Buchanan. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here go 46. Towards the mic. Gun. 26.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. A big play here for Dallas. 62 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 8-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Mike 29.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Forbath, the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end,
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. To throw on 2nd and 6, Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. Intended that time for Cooper. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Again, it's Barkley. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
60 outlaw.
Now Jones throwing on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Jones. And the pressure gets to him again. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after. From the gun, Jones. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll run with Elliott. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
That's the end of the third quarter.
The Giants on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Looking to throw. Jones. And Tate's got it. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a first down. On first down, Barkley. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. He's got his man. This is Tate. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Giants on third down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. They'll run on first down. Barkley. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd and a yard. Jones. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Prescott to throw it. He'll buy some time right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it. as we come up on a big third down. Prescott from the gun. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. This is Elliott, and he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Check my 47. Yeah. We don't want none. Check. 47. Right. Get it.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Go, get out there, get out there. Hey, 47. 47's the mic. Orbit. 47's the mic, boy, 47. Check. 26.
Running with Elliott. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the counter, Elliott. And an alley to run. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Finds his tight end, Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?